Hello, everyone. Welcome to NoCo Live, NoCo FM's weekly live internet television broadcast streamy thing.
Weekly.
Weekly. Hey, you know what? This is our second week in a row. I think we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're killing it. We're fucking killing it, guys.
Joining me, not here in the studio because that's illegal now, but elsewhere, in the safety of their homes, Kevcat Martinez.
Hi, it's me. I'm in my home. Look at my tapestry.
You do have a beautiful tapestry, and even though we can't see him because something's weird about the software, Mr. Charles Joseph Kelly, how are you, sir?
He's putting a light on his face.
I have a light under my chin. I've got a light under my chin to tell you all the spooky stories that are happening here in Colorado. Spooky Charles is what they call me.
Oh, I love Spooky Charles.
You can't see it. Oh, it's not funny.
You look like an egg.
Miss Crazy Fangirl, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good.
Oh, I want to talk about Miss Crazy Fangirl for a second. So, Miss Crazy Fangirl messaged me after I posted a video. I was like, if anyone's got spare masks, let me know. And she was like, I got a couple. I can possibly send them your way. And I was like, that would be so dope. And then she was like, well, I can't send you the ones I have, but I want to send you some because you need some because you're in home care. And I was like, do not buy anything for me, especially if you're not in a good situation or anything like that. And she was like, we are solid and I want to make sure you're safe. And that was really fucking dope.
Oh, that's awesome. That's wonderful.
Shout out to Miss Crazy Fangirl.
We heart you, Miss Crazy Fangirl, and we missed you. So, guys, how's everyone's week? I don't even know.
I'm doing
If it weren't
good.
If it weren't,
sorry.
no, go for it.
No,
it's
it's fine. I'm going to interrupt you with this entire time.
This is wonderful. This is fantastic television.
It's so good.
If I didn't know, if we weren't doing this show, I wouldn't know what day it is. Like that's how removed I am from anything resembling a normal routine. So, I know I had to work today, which consisted of me going from one room in my house to the other.
Oh, same. I didn't even leave rooms. I went from the same room that I woke up in to the computer desk, and I sat there for 8 hours, and I talked to people about their emails. It was great. I want to tell you a story about today. It was almost a 2-hour phone call with this lady today that regarded in me having to tell her for 2 hours straight, no, you cannot trim down other people's videos on YouTube. You cannot do it. I'm sorry. You can't do it. She's like, but the YouTube website says that you can trim videos. And I'm like, yes. Videos that you upload.
Your own videos.
You trim your own videos. You have not uploaded these videos, right? She's like, no, they're on somebody else's. So you can't do this. And that's the conversation for 2 hours.
What?
Why did she want to, though? Wait, what happened? Was she like, was she like, oh man, they showed Shoulder Dog, not in my good Christian home, and wanted to get that shit out of there?
Not in my good Christian home.
This person wanted to. This person wanted to remove the name of the person who created the video so she can put it off as her own content. And I'm just like, I'm not there for that shit.
And she called support with that request? Are you joking me? Oh, man.
Older people don't know what the situation is. I mean, look at most memes that are created by older generations. It's not. We saw a meme created by somebody that had placed meme text over other meme text, so that it was possible to really read what was happening in the moment. Man, the older generation it's a lack of understanding of computers, and that's fine. But don't steal other people's shit, y'all. That's.
I get that there's a lack of understanding about computers. That is not difficult for me to grasp. What's difficult for me to grasp is if they were to take what they're trying to do and apply it to any other situation, it would be a crime. Like
They literally
tangible
went to the
crime.
shopkeeper and asked him how to rob the place. Like, hey, can you just tell me like the best exit that's unguarded real quick?
This crazy fangirl says the boomer is strong with this one.
My favorite super memes are the ones where it's like, does anybody like sauerkraut anymore? Like and share if you do.
You know,
Nobody will read these messages and actually like your shit. Yeah, you know what, Karen? It's because your shit sucks. That's why nobody likes your shit.
It's because you're fucking like going for pity points in a meme. I'm here for a good time and a shit post. Nothing else.
you know, I have to also feel bad a little bit for anyone named Karen because they're automatically the subject of like hateful memes.
If you're a good,
It's their fault. It's their fault.
It really
If
is.
you are good, Karen, and you're self-aware, then you know you brought this on yourself by being named Karen. You have to understand, by taking that title, you have become the meme.
They didn't choose to be named Karen, though.
The second they got those haircuts, they did choose to be Karen. You know what I'm talking about? May I speak to the manager, Bob Cut? My kids are named Braylon, Kaylin, and Jalen.
And Brandine.
Okay.
Oh, and Brandy, of
There
course.
are, like, okay, talking about famous Karens. There's like one dog, and that's like Karen Gillan, and that's like it. And you know, she's dope. I like that.
I'm
but like
ridiculously in love with her. Jesus.
mhm.
She was supposed to do Denver Comic Con a couple years ago, and then she canceled, and it broke my heart. I'm still not over it.
Aw.
You should call her. You should text her and tell her what's up. Like she broke your feelings.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
Karen,
if she'd return my calls, I totally would. Kev, you look like you want to say something.
No! Dude, don't worry. Someone was leaving and I had to show affection.
That's fair.
I'm not naming names. It was so
I want to interrupt you guys because I braved the store yesterday. I went to Walmart yesterday
Oh,
and went
how was
there
that?
with my own human body, and I want to do a Charles's energy drink corner from the space that we're in. I just want to tell you of a specific item that I found in the store. Okay?
Okay, go
and
for it.
this shit is insanity. This is insanity. Jolly Rancher breakfast cereal. Jolly Rancher's breakfast cereal. This shit is like it's basically like Captain Crunch Oops All Berries, except with like the shape of Jolly Ranchers. Like this shit is like worse than the Pop Tart cereal. Worse than the Pop Tart cereal.
There's nothing I like about this.
You said that and I literally immediately imagined what the throw up would taste like. I didn't even think about the flavor of the food, just what the vomit would be like.
Exactly. And you know the worst part about it is like somebody that and the fucking Twinkies one. The Twinkies one makes me so mad. Twinkie cereal, you've seen that popping up in the world, and I want to just punch the marketing person in the face who said, "Hey, you know the cum donut? Do you guys know the cum donut that we sell in stores? Let's make that into a cum donut cereal. Let's just do it. Let's fucking go. Let's do this shit. Like that shit makes me so fucking mad, and I am so upset."
Yo, I'm trying to start a war over some fucking cum donut cereal. Who's trying to get their shit rocked?
Hashtag cum donut cereal. You know, the sad thing about that is I was at the store Friday. I think that's what day it was, times a flat circle. But I was there on Friday, and the only cereal that they had in stock, I shit you not, was the Twinkie cum donut cereal.
Oh, no!
Because nobody fucking wants cum donuts in their face, except for maybe me when I'm high. But that's besides the point. Like,
oh man,
with all the snack.
This crazy fangirl says there's a Sour Patch cereal, and that shit is atrocious. I believe it. That doesn't sound good at all. And I like Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, I don't. I can't do sour candies anymore. It fucks with me.
That's unfortunate.
I don't like sour. The sour anymore is like, and makes my mouth go, and I don't like it.
You know what my favorite part about eating sour gummies is that you just you forget that they're actually pain wrapped in niceness. You get a lovely experience for the first two, right? And then once you get into the fourth and the seventh, your tongue starts to break apart, and it's like Pangea up in this bitch. It's time to split the continents. And you just you're bleeding everywhere, and you can't feel anything for 3 hours, and that's my favorite part of sour candies.
I hate this so much.
It's just destroyed. It's like eating sandpaper that tastes good.
Okay, question.
I'm confused.
Because I've got my headset mic right currently. Is there a lot of plosives right now? Are you getting a lot of plosives on mic?
Especially for me.
Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto.
Please bring pizza pronto.
Is that your Roger Rabbit?
Bring pizza. Yeah. Please. That's all I got for Roger Rabbit.
That wasn't bad.
NoCo FM, everybody.
That wasn't bad. I can't do it. I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah.
Please bring pan pizza. I already forgot the line.
Please bring pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Please bring pussy from Pangea. Please bring pussy from Pangea.
Please bring plastic bottles.
If you want to share your favorite P words, go ahead and call in. There's a number on the screen. It's 970-666-6626. That's 970-666-NoCo, and hit option 3, and you'll get connected right to the show with us.
Please pee on my peonies.
What?
I said, please pee on my peonies.
This is not that kind of show.
No, peonies, flowers.
Oh, see, I heard something entirely different.
Peonies are not. I said piss on my flowers.
I can do that.
Oh. Okay. Anyway.
Did you mean pumpernickel?
Boys, I miss hanging out with you both. This is ridiculous. I get that we need to be human beings who stay away from each other to save all of America.
Humanity.
But my dog, I cannot for the life of me stand not being around you two. It stinks. It stinks. I don't like it.
Guys.
It's really kind of awful. And it's funny. So a friend of mine, guys, we're getting a phone call.
Oh shit.
Let's see.
Fucking come on in here.
Let's see. How do I thought I added it. Hello.
You don't even know what to do.
I don't. I suck.
This is your job.
I know. I'm the worst. I'm the absolute worst. Why?
Don't give up on us, mystery caller.
Let's see. Well, now it doesn't even show up as... Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's okay. I love you, mystery caller. We appreciate you. You're wonderful. But we're back here.
Try to call again. We'll see if we can make it work. But as you can probably see from the stream, there's a giant watermark in the bottom left-hand corner. We're trying out some new streaming software to hopefully make our stream not look like asshole. So, let's see. Hello? God damn it. Fuck.
Christopher.
What?
Answer the call. I hear it vibrating.
Yeah, and my phone is vibrating, but my phone's not connected to anything, so I don't know what to do.
That's the microphone on speakerphone.
But if I answer the call here, it actually puts the Skype call we're on hold.
Oh no. Do you have to invite them?
So that may not work out.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out. I love you guys, but I'm sorry you called in and it's not working out. Text us in the chat your favorite P things.
Yeah, text us in the chat.
Or whatever you want to talk about.
So anyways, what do you guys want to talk about this week? What's going on? What's going on in your weeks? It's been a whole week weeks since we chatted.
You're looking at an essential employee, so I don't see anyone except for my clients and the people I live with, which is Circus.
Circus is a people?
Right.
How many people
Circus
is Circus?
people. See, Circus is actually a being composed of several souls. It's the only way that he's managed to stay alive this far. He has the blessing
Circus-
of unlimited gods.
Circus is 3 babies in a trench coat.
That you can't. No, I'm vetoing this joke. I got this
Chris,
little dragon boy named Aeson. No, fuck. His name is Raquel. I'm so sorry, dude. Anyway, do you want to see my
Chris,
dragon?
how's it going? Yes, I want to see your dragon, but Chris, tell me what you're doing.
What am I doing? I am trying to stave off boredom. I am not an essential employee, but thankfully I am still working. Ooh, look at that dragon. Hold on, I'm going to put you full screen, KK. Check out that dragon. Yeah.
His name is Raekwon.
I like it.
Soon we'll have all of Wu-Tang in our house.
Wait, did you say soon we'll have all of Wu-Tang in my house?
Yeah, because we have a skeleton frog named Aeson.
Oh,
and
because I was going to say, you realize there's like 35 members of Wu-Tang Clan, right?
Oh, yeah. You think I won't collect that many, like, cool statues and shit? But do you know me?
Have you seen them play Pokemon? They nuzlocke that shit.
Miss Crazy Fangirl says, Pumpernickel and Pancakes. Isn't it cool that we can put that on the screen? That's pretty nifty.
Poppycock.
I like this software.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. You know, it's a struggle, and like we're trying to keep this upbeat, and that I'm just trying to keep busy, you know, which is difficult because it's hard to stay motivated on your own without like a clear goal in mind. But one thing I am excited about that I've been able to put some time into is the new show we just launched on NoCo FM, which is Rabbit Hole Radio Theater. It is audio drama, and we just released the first season, which is actually a show that was produced way back when, but has not really seen the light of day since then. Almost 15 years, or almost 20 years since people have heard it. So we put the entire first season out, and that's all on NoCo.fm, or if you just search for Rabbit Hole Radio Theater, you can hear the first season, which is called Portals, and that's really exciting. And what was really cool about that for me, 2 things. I worked on the first season. I was on the writing and production staff for that. So to get the opportunity to put that out back into the world again so that more people can hear it is really exciting. But the other thing that was great about that is I just recently reconnected with the gentleman who started Rabbit Hole Radio. His name's Dave Robeson, and he was kind of the guiding force behind that whole radio theater project. And it was really cool to reconnect with him and catch up. And we're talking about having him collaborate on the new season of Rabbit Hole Radio that we're doing, which is called Salamander. So we're going to be putting that out. Well, we're still producing it, but that's really exciting to have a project to be involved in. And that's one thing I wanted to mention in terms of like finding a way to stay sane while we're all having to stay inside, is like find some sort of project, find some sort of thing that you can put yourself into, even if it's minor. It doesn't have to be public facing. It doesn't have to be a podcast. It could be whatever it is. A friend of mine said I could take up knitting, but I'm not good with needles, so I'm not going to do that. But it's, you know, I thought I tried to take that advice to heart. So it's cool being able to put myself into a project, because otherwise I just feel kind of aimless and lost. So
I get that, man.
Right.
What are you guys doing to stave off the boredom?
I mostly art. Like I've turned a lot to like art. I'm still out and working because I have to be out of my house during it. But my other job, at the moment is closed down, so I'm having a little bit more time on my hands, and it's mostly just been art. And I like, the thing is, like, with finding a purpose, sometimes it's hard to even, like, especially when you're cooped up, to find the motivation to even start your project. I think the easiest thing for me, especially when I was going through a pretty tough time, was something that they use a lot with people who struggle with their mental health, and it's one neat aspect. If you have one thing that you do every day, for me, it's making my bed. So if I did nothing else, at least I made my bed, you know? And you always make sure that that one thing is taken care of. So you have the ability to be proud of that.
Yeah, it's like take advantage and take ownership of those small things that you do have control of, right? It doesn't have to be a large accomplishment, or it just has to be something that you can say, I'm going to do, and I'm going to make sure this gets done. I've started trying to exercise more at home. I've been looking up some yoga apps and classes that I have the opportunity to do. So I've been checking some of that out, but making that choice feels kind of daunting. So one thing I've done is just making sure that I'm doing 100 crunches every day, which is awful because I'm a little fat kid. So it's difficult to do because I'm like the Pillsbury Doughboy trying to do sit-ups. It's awful. But at the same time, when I get it done, I can say I did that thing for today. And it doesn't have to be something that anyone but me acknowledges, sees, or understands. As long as I know that I did it, or as long as you know that you made your bed, that's a good thing. We got a comment. Fangirl says, "What I'm learning to pass the time is how to fight with lightsabers and how to bake desserts from scratch."
Oh. They go hardcore. They learn that good shit, real life application talents.
That's awesome. My question, Fangirl, is: are you doing those at the same time?
No. Please
Can you
tell me
imagine
yes.
just like,
if yes, you're my new favorite person, even though you were already like at the top of the list anyway. So, but Charles,
Charles? Well, just I'm just being a turd over here. What have I been doing? I've been Turd Ferguson over here. You guys have been productive. I've been a trash goblin. I'm that scene of Always Sunny where Danny DeVito says, I'm going to be the trash man, and I'm going to come out on stage, and I'm going to eat all the trash. And that's literally like what I've been filling up my body with is like Cheez-Its and oatmeal cream pies and like
and cup donut cookies.
And vodka. Is that what you said?
And vodka. And honestly, like I've been treating my body like a temple. If the temple was
is it the Temple of Doom?
That's fuck. Yeah, that's such a better joke. If the temple was the Temple of Doom.
You're welcome.
That was awesome. So with that, I've been playing a lot of video games. I've been playing a lot of so I have Xbox Game Pass, right? So I get access to like 100 different Xbox games all at once. Mm-hmm. There's a Power Rangers fighting game that came out a few years ago that just got dropped on Game Pass. That is absolute hot garbage. It is so bad. But I have played so much of this fucking Power Rangers game, and like the story is like, hey, there's Power Rangers from different dimensions. These are the bad ones, but these are the good ones. The good ones are being taken over by the bad ones. How are the good ones going to win? And do you know why? It's because they fight. They fight them with the Power Ranger fists and guns. And there's this
sounds amazing.
The Black Ranger, the classic Black Ranger outfit that Zack wears in the original one is taken over by these group of like mercenaries from the alternate dimension. And you know what their power is? Guns. They got real good guns, man. They got big guns they can shoot you with. Guess what? You're no match for my Power Ranger. They're not even Power Ranger guns. They're literally like AK-47s that they're just shooting at people. It's obnoxious. The game is ridiculous, my dude.
That sounds awesome, though. I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't say you're being a trash goblin. I'd say that you are finding something fun to enjoy that doesn't hurt anybody, and that's a good thing.
Oh, it hurts physically. With how much I'm like curled up in this chair, just like in the fetal position on this chair, sitting like a normal bisexual does, and I end up like getting out of the chair and being like, oh, I'm an old man and my body hates me. I can't sit like a bisexual anymore. That's not something that I can do. Also, we actually released an episode of Talk and Roll again.
Yes, there's a brand new episode of Talk and Roll. Episode 21 is out, so check that out. Fangirl says, I'm fighting Obi-Wan Cannoli, which is wonderful.
So good. Oh my god. Funny joke? Like 3 people get that reference.
What I love about this show is that it's 100% comedy gold.
Yeah, we hit it every time, especially when you thought that seagulls were vultures.
Have you guys seen the video of Kermit the Frog as Chancellor Palpatine?
No.
No.
So it's the whole like final scene where Mace Windu kind of confronts him and everything like that, and he's like, "I am the Senate, and it's treason then." And then he goes, "No!" when he spins at him. So it's great. I highly recommend watching this video.
I'll
Link it.
Do my best.
Charles is coming in and out. But speaking of videos, our friends in Plasma Canvas just dropped a new video. So let's check that out, kids. And then we'll be back in a second to talk more about that.
Just a witness, much more than your statistic. Right in the USA, let's say you fight the canvas. Fuck you! I'm squirming, affirming, rebirthing. You psychic, close again. Mouth grinning, skin stretching, free us from the confines of our life. Are you listening? 'Cause I'm starting speaking. Right on, tell your mama. Are you listening? Or just fucking breathing? Choose wisely while you ride.
Gonna sing along.
Ooh. Plasma Canvas, and that was their new song. What the? I don't remember the name of the song.
Killer Majestic. It's not
Majestic. Yes, thank you.
a new song. It's just a new video that they did with One Side Dummy Records.
Side One Dummy, yes, our friends at Plasma Canvas, Adrian Ray Ash, who we've had on the show before, who's been a guest on the show and is also working on a podcast for this very network. Their band Plasma Canvas just got signed to Side One Dummy Records, which is one of the kind of like premier independent punk rock album or labels that are out there. So congratulations to them, Adrian. We love you. That video fucking rocked my face off. And you're right, fangirl. This shit smacks. How have I not heard these guys before? I don't know, but now you have.
You obviously don't listen to my show, Miss Crazy Fangirl, because I play them all the time. No, like I love Adrian with all of my heart. She's one of the sweetest, kindest, most giving, like amazing people I've ever met, and she is a force to be reckoned with, and she deserved it. And when she got this shit, she posted on Facebook, she was like, "Love you, Mom. Fuck you, Dad. I made it."
Hell
I'm
yeah.
so proud of her.
That's punk rock as hell, which was just really fucking rad. Like I am super happy for her and Jude. That's just kind of amazing. Is really the only
Jude had an article published recently. They're both doing fucking amazing dope ass shit.
That's rad.
The other artists that are on that same label, like I'm also a pretty big fan of. Circus is bigger a fan, but it's so great. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see like the tours and stuff as soon as this shit's over. Like I'm really excited for where they're gonna go and what they're gonna do. It's gonna be amazing. They deserve every second of it.
Absolutely. And that's an interesting thing too that we want to mention is so many musicians and artists, basically people who perform for a living, are screwed right now because they can't perform, they can't go out, they can't tour, they can't make their living because, as most people know, downloads and Spotify streams don't really pay for shit. So if you like an independent artist like Plasma Canvas or whoever, buy something off their merch store if you can swing it, or if you can't buy anything, that's totally cool. Introduce them on Facebook to someone else that you think might be interested. Share their stuff. Follow them on social. Let them know that you love them. Let them know that you like their stuff. And that support, they really need that right now because times are really, really hard for independent artists who don't have, huge safety nets, which most of them don't. So, follow them. You can find Plasma Canvas. I think they're plasmacanvas.bandcamp.com for their music and merch, and at Plasma Canvas on the socials. So check them out. But yeah, KevCat, I got introduced to Adrian through you, and we've been privileged to see them perform live, and they absolutely tear the house down. For those of you who aren't from here, there's a yearly festival called Bohemian Nights at New West Fest. And it's a huge festival. Artists from throughout Colorado come here, and there's usually a couple of national headliners as well, usually bands that are past their prime so that we can afford them. I'm looking at you, Cake. But anyway...
you about to start controversy, dog.
It's not really controversial to say that Cake sucks at this point. However...
friends that are fans of
Charles,
them.
I just did that for you. But anyway, Plasma Canvas played a very political, very emotionally charged set at Bohemian Nights, and got to the point where they were essentially disinvited from the festival because they were told to not curse and not be political, essentially not be punk rock. And you can't really say that to a punk rock band and expect them to observe it, because that kind of goes against the idea of punk.
It was amazing. They were like, don't get too violent. No curse words, no politics. And we're like, dope. And then they rolled up on stage. Jude was wearing a shirt that said, never again is now. And Adrian was wearing a shirt that said abolish ICE. Yeah. So great stuff.
And then Adrian was also, so this was right after, God, I don't even remember. This is how sad the state of affairs is. I don't even remember which shooting it was, but it was shortly after a recent shooting event. So there were heavily armed police at this festival in Fort Collins, which is a city of 150,000 people, maybe. And there were heavily armed police officers, as well as like SWAT team vehicles throughout the venues. And Adrian was calling them out for being fascists. On stage, she was like, I feel so much safer that these straight white men are holding fucking big ass guns protecting us. And then she jumped into fucking like one of her most political songs. Yeah. I love her so much. And that's why, like, okay, so I saw a couple of people, not a whole lot of people, who were like, oh, I guess they sold out now. No. Yeah, Adrian would never sell out. Adrian would probably cut off her fucking leg before she let anyone tell her what to do with her art and how to express herself and where to stand politically. And I'm so fucking proud of her, dude. And they're amazing, and they deserve every fucking minute of this. No doubt. And it's funny when you look at it like that, and you know, if you have the right amount of luck and talent to become successful at something like that, people are going to say, "Oh, you sold out because you signed to a label." I don't think it's selling out to finding a way to get paid for your work so that you can live properly and feed your family and support yourself doing art. If that's selling out, then I guess that should be the aspiration of every artist. Get off your fucking high horse. You know, there's a difference between getting an album deal or getting a movie produced or something like that, where you have control over yourself, your being, your artistic output, and a circumstance where you are forced to set aside your beliefs just for the sake of doing it. Now, if the label had come to them and said, okay, well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and sign you, and here's some money, and here's whatever, and you're going to get famous, and you're going to get popular, now. But you can't be political, you can't say things about Trump, or you can't say things about ICE, I guarantee you they would not have signed that contract. That's what selling out is. It's when you set aside your beliefs just to make some money. So by no means is that selling out. And I have all the congratulations and wonderful wishes to Jude and to Adrian for getting to this point, and I can't wait to see what they do going forward.
Oh my god! And Adrian, if you ever watch this, I can't wait for that double date. I love you.
Fangirl says, "Man, fuck ICE and fuck the Nazis. I will shout that from the roofs if I need to." No shit.
Hey!
Absolutely. So what else is going on, guys?
Well, I've been playing a drinking game. And I basically drink whenever I feel like it. Join me, guys. Hey, anyone out there who's like chilling and watching this, drink with me every time you feel like it. This is what quarantine does to you. It's okay. How are you, Charles?
I'm fucked up. I'm not fucked up. I'm in my car. I'm not fucked up right now. I'm recording this episode from the studio van. I am hanging out with my partner and their kids, and their bedtime is around this time, and I am obnoxiously loud, and I want them to get a good night's sleep before school tomorrow. So I am currently van boy when I'm recording the show. So that's where we're at currently. What else? What the fuck is going on? I don't know. I'm enjoying the memes for Tiger King more than the show. Like, I watched the first episode and I'm like, okay, that's a meth head who has tigers.
Yeah,
and then
full disclosure, I have not seen Tiger King yet, and everybody keeps telling me to watch it, and I feel disinclined to do it simply because people are telling me to. I suppose that's my inner rebel. But have you watched it, Charles?
I watched the first
epitome
episode
of trash television, like people are saying?
It's so fucking trash. And I love trash. Like, I have talked multiple times about like the content that I enjoy on TikTok is like the goddamn trash fire content. This case, the show is fine, but it's like those TLC shows that are just so trashy, like
that one where the woman was exploiting the girl who did the pageants, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. What was that? Was fucking Mama June or whatever?
I never watched it.
Mama
I just
June
heard about it.
Was the sequel. I think it was like Honey Boo Boo was the first one, and before that, she was on Toddlers and Tiara. And the only reason I know all of this is because of memes.
My dog. I had a spot on my first podcast, Something Random, called Mama June Watch, where I would watch Mama June and I would review Mama June and the big happenings of what would happen on that show on a regular basis. I miss that shit. And like, I need to do that again. Maybe we should turn Energy Drink Corner into Mama June Watch, where we don't watch Mama June, but we just watch trashy, like whatever, just trash. We just watch trash, and we just comment on the trash.
So back in my day, before reality TV was a thing, and really just started sending us to the apocalypse, my favorite, or my version of trash TV that I really enjoyed was Beverly Hills 90210. Okay, and I bring this up not only because it's the point of reference that I have, but because thanks in part to the quarantine, I am rewatching Beverly Hills 90210 from the beginning, all 10 seasons.
Yes.
I believe in you, bitch.
What? What did you say, Kevcat?
I said I fucking believe in you, bitch.
I loved it as a kid, and I don't think I recognized then that it was quote unquote trash TV. It was just a teen soap opera before I realized that soap operas are kind of in that trash category. But I am having so much fun watching it right now and listening to the like bad 90s kind of like pop songs of the day and the dated references and the clothes, and I don't know. It's a joyous occasion.
Can after you're done with that show, can we please go back a couple decades, and can we please watch, as a family, can we please watch TJ Hooker?
Oh, dude, I loved TJ Hooker. My mom watched that show a lot when I was little. And, I think Heather Locklear might have been my first crush, like, based on that show.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you guys...
I was
Hello?
literally
go ahead.
about to say I'm gonna make you guys make fun of me because I have no idea what the fuck you're
So-
talking about right
Okay,
now.
so TJ
Oh no!
Hooker.
Oh no!
Hold on, I at least have to give the premise.
Okay, but don't tell who it stars. Who it stars.
Oh, okay. So
Let
TJ
me
Hooker.
make
TJ Hooker is a police drama.
Oh.
From the like early to mid 1980s, co-starring a very young Heather Locklear, and starring as TJ Hooker as the titular character, a certain
You're not supposed to tell me.
a certain Starfleet captain.
I already know who it is now.
It's William Shatner. It's William Shatner. It's Bill Shatner as a fucking cop in the 80s with Heather Locklear. And the shit, it's the same like action as like he would get into fights in like Star Trek. They're just like chop. It's so fucking funny. It's so good. It's so good.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Anytime I think of William Shatner, I think of him performing Rocket Man in that bar, and he's just like, "I'm a rocket man."
Have you ever seen him do his weird poetry interpretive dance song of "I Want to Sex You Up"?
Oh fuck! I don't think I have, and now that's the only thing I want to see.
Okay, well I don't have that clip ready, but I'll get it for next week. And
Yeah.
Oh, can we do that one? And have you guys seen the music video of Leonard Nimoy doing the Bilbo Baggins song? That's another that's a
What?
two-parter.
I have
Oh
not.
my god! Oh my god! So in the 70s,
live stream. I'm about to be right back.
so in the 70s, Leonard Nimoy tried to also have a music career, and he was hired. I don't know if he was hired to do. I think he was hired to do this song specifically, but he did a Bilbo Baggins song talking about Bilbo Baggins from The Hobbit and about how cool of a dude he was. This was before the animated movie. This was before. It was just a fucking he was just like, I love this dope book with this dope Hobbit dude. Like Bilbo Baggins is fucking rad, and I'm gonna write a song about him, and it's gonna be hippie as shit, and it's so good.
He took this so strongly though. Like I feel that this character in this book that is exclusively for nerds at the moment. That's my shit. I'm gonna write a song. Have you checked out League raps? Like League of Legends raps? They actually go hard sometimes. Like those shits be rocking.
So Leonard Nimoy actually had a fairly illustrious music / spoken word career. Leonard Nimoy put out 5 different albums in 3 years between 1967 and 1970, including such titles as his debut album, Leonard Nimoy Presents Mr. Spock's Music from Outer Space.
Amazing. Iconic. I love that.
2 sides of Leonard Nimoy. The Way I Feel, The New World of Leonard Nimoy, and I swear to God I'm not making any of these up, The Touch of Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I want to get fucking
excellent.
Vulcan neck pinch me, my dude. I'm so into this right now.
I think we need to do
I
a
just sent in the
deep,
chat.
we need to do a deep dive on Leonard Nimoy's discography at some point on this show.
Bet.
Yes.
Get his vinyl.
In the Facebook chat, I just posted the Leonard Nimoy music video. Can somebody post that in the Twitch chat? Because everybody needs to see this shit. Because if you haven't seen the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins, this shit just it fucking slaps. And like the music video is weird, and it's like hippie as shit, and it's out of control. I think. Oh, I played it for like 2 seconds, and I'm already like ready to fucking jam.
I'm fucking ready. I'm so hyped now, dog. You sold this shit so good.
Mots for Tots popped out and said, "Yikes, I'm cringing." Okay, not sure what you're cringing about, Leonard Nimoy or what? Or are you telling us?
It's honestly like, dog, Chris, this show is so fucking cringeworthy. Like, oh my god, like nonstop cringe over here.
I mean, that's fine.
But you know what? The cringe culture is dead. Fucking let us live.
What's that meme? What's that meme? Like, shh, let people like things.
Let people like things.
Let
Yes.
people enjoy things.
Yeah.
A friend of mine said that when I was talking about before reality TV took over the world, that I was forgetting about Road Rules and Real World. I didn't forget. I
You
just
wanted
chose to
to?
ignore it. Actually, Jarpy wants to know, what mic do you have? The King. I'm not sure who you're talking to, but the mic that's in the shot, this one here, is the Rode Procaster.
This one next to my face is a It's a USB headset. It's cost like $5.
And this one is from a gas station.
And someone
it.
But normally we do the Roadcasters for the show, but due to the situation that we're not going to name, the situation that should not be named, we are chilling at home. Don't you dare start that coughing shit right now, bud.
I was choking on my wine.
There's some weirdness going on in our comments, guys. I don't know if you're seeing this, but at
Ooh.
Jarpy and at Mott's for Tots are, I don't know, they're having an argument of some kind. I'm not going to put it up on the screen because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
but
just
they seem to be having a conversation unto themselves.
Let me
Cool.
see it
Let
on
'em have
the
a good
screen.
time.
I want to see what it is. No, I'm kidding.
No, let's move past it. Let's just finish up the show because we got like 9 more minutes. I don't want to fucking focus on the
That's true.
comment
So
section.
we have 9 minutes left. So I want to talk about probably the most important thing that happened today. Today is the 30th anniversary of the release of 1990's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie.
Oh my god.
If there was
I was
nothing,
talking about this earlier.
if there was nothing else to make me feel extremely old, it's the fact that that movie is now 30 years old.
I want to. Okay, Kevcat, have you seen the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies?
Are you talking about the one that he is celebrating the anniversary of?
Yes.
I've seen clips. I've been meaning to watch it, and I can't watch it with anyone but Circus.
I'm going to
his favorite fucking movies.
Okay, I want to explain to you the premise of the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. Okay, now hear me out. Is it Splinter's the bad guy? Shredder's the good guy, right? Or is it the
No.
other way around?
Yeah, other way around, dog.
Shredder
Okay.
is the villain. Splinter is the rat.
Right.
The rat that knows
Right.
karate.
It's Rat
So-
Boy.
Right. So Shredder hires a bunch of punk kids on skateboards to steal shit, and in doing so, as a trade, will train them as ninjas, right? By actual ninjas. And then the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles go, "That's not okay," and they fight. That's the movie. It's
That's-
wonderful.
That's not the movie at all. Well, I mean, it's I don't know, in broad strokes, I
He's about
suppose.
to come in and wreck your shit. He about to be like, nah, listen, you're missing the subtle ties of this and
Listen
this.
here, dog. No, fun facts about this movie. So this movie came out in 1990, and I don't remember what the budget was. It was relatively tiny by today's standards. And it came out at a time when, believe it or not, the Ninja Turtles were a hot property. The cartoon show came out in 1987, and that's what started the whole Turtle Mania thing. When they decided to produce a live-action movie, it was basically every major movie studio turned them down and said, this is not going to work. It works as a cartoon, but it doesn't work for anyone older, and a live-action thing, nobody's going to buy it. So they went ahead and produced the movie using money from a Japanese company called Golden Harvest. And for those of you who know your Kung Fu movie history, Golden Harvest was responsible for bringing Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and all of these martial arts films from Asia over to the United States for the first time. They were able to put up some money to produce the movie because nobody else would. When the movie was finished, they sold it to a very small company called New Line Cinema, who at the time had only really found success from the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. When Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, It earned a shitload of money and went on to become, for several years until something else beat it, the most successful independent film of all time.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm a huge turtle fan. Most people who know me know that. But my favorite's Donatello, which is why you've seen him pop up in the show occasionally. But I mean, my childhood was essentially mostly Ninja Turtles, and Batman and stuff like that. But if you go back and watch that movie, you consider the fact that it came out 30 years ago. And to create the creature effects for the Turtles, they hired Jim Henson.
I love him. I love his work. He's amazing.
Jim Henson designed these effects and pushed animatronics to a point that no one had ever seen before. And that was part of what made the movie special. And I swear to God, not all of the effects held up entirely. But if you look at the movie now and you look at the designs of the Turtles and you see what they're able to do, it still looks pretty good by today's standards, considering they made it for like a fraction of what any movie would get made for now. So I think that's pretty cool. And every time I watch that movie, which I'll admit is pretty frequently, I'm just in awe of Jim Henson's work. And I never had the opportunity to meet Jim Henson, but that is someone whose voice in the world and whose artistic vision I miss pretty much every day.
Hey, Chris, can you jump into the Facebook chat real quick, just to check a message that I sent you? But I think, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to.
No, you're fine.
Put that out in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you.
So.
Yeah. So we just yep. Cool. Sorry about the chat, guys. That got a little obnoxious.
Yeah, it
there
got a little out of hand. I don't know.
But anyways,
I have no idea what anyone's talking about.
So anyway,
I will check later.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that just because I thought that was neat. And if you
That's
haven't,
super neat.
I believe the movies are streaming on Netflix. So since most of us don't have anything better to do, go check those out. They're fun watches. And what's really cool about it for me was that even though it was based on a property that was kind of kid focused at the time, the movie is pretty damn adult. It's not like Punisher levels of violence, but it treats the subject matter a bit more seriously than you would expect. So it's a good watch.
I was going to mention something about old cartoons and old shows being really bad for kids, or like just being a lot looser with what they allowed kids to see. I mean, like, do you remember Ren and Stimpy?
Ren and Stimpy was beyond fucked up.
Yeah, but that was technically for kids.
Yeah.
Also, there's a noodle on my ceiling, and I don't know how it got there.
I don't either. But yeah, Ren and Stimpy, God, that was another show that was very creator driven. The guy who created that show was basically like Lord and Master over it and was such a perfectionist that it took months for them to do episodes, to the point where Nickelodeon fired him because they wasn't producing episodes on time. Charles.
You're not gonna call me out. I'm fucking up so bad. My head should be on the chopping block right now, dog.
I only picked Charles because I can't see him. I still can't see him, so I thought the dead air would be fun.
So you're just afraid to say it to my face.
I mean, no. I mean, get your fucking show done, but it's fine.
You're
gonna fight me through the Skype? Let's do it.
I put an episode out, and I've got 3 others.
That's true.
Ready to.
And that episode is funny as balls. So go and listen to it, folks. Charles puts a ridiculous amount of work into every episode of Talk and Roll, and so sometimes there's a little bit of a wait, but it is worth it.
There won't be as much of a wait anymore. We're recording quarantine episodes. I'm not sure exactly when. We're figuring out microphone situations right now, but we've got the tools and the drive to record stuff. It's probably, honestly, we're probably going to do some like Skype-based things like this and record some like off kilter like stuff, like not
like some
the
talking
main
talk and
story
roll stuff.
Maybe, I don't know. We're almost to the end of this leg of the campaign, so we may just take a break, but from like the actual thing, and maybe do something like slightly different. Maybe just some like live other games, like playing something else for like maybe a couple weeks or something along those lines. We'll figure it out. And we just there's a lot there. Also, I need to prepare, so we'll probably see some more live streams on NoCo FM where I jump in and create the next campaign. So that'll be fun.
That's super exciting. And Charles, haven't you been doing some live streams with Jackbox as well?
Yeah. So if you guys want to, and I'll post this in the chat, you are very welcome to join us in the Talk and Roll Discord, where we have been doing twice a week now. We've been doing games like Jackbox, where we're just like as a community jumping together and having a fucking blast. Like it's dope. Like it's so much fun to just jump in there and like hang out with people, and it's good because we get to be funny and silly and do the things that we would normally not like do in person but do online, and it's nice to be able to do those things. So yeah, it's good.
It's kind of one of those things that's like necessity is the mother of invention. We're all kind of struggling for ways to connect with other people while all this is going on, while we're all on lockdown. So playing more games, doing more live streams, doing more Zoom calls, like whatever it is. I had a Zoom call earlier today with a friend of mine who lives in Portland and was literally on a plane to Italy when the quarantine broke out.
Shit.
Oh,
and spent the next week trying to get back home before they closed the borders. And then, because they were in this, like basically the epicenter of the virus, had to self-quarantine inside their house for 2 weeks, even before the stay-at-home orders came out. So,
oh my God.
But I was able to be on Skype with her and talk about, what's going on, how their day is, whatever. And like, it's just fun to connect with someone. And it's increasingly important now because we're all feeling lonely. We're all feeling isolated. And whatever you can do to interact with other people and to stay connected to people is a good thing.
I agree, and it's good to have that. Like I'm struggling with that on a regular basis. Like I feel like it's very easy for us to become so disconnected, right? Like, and that's where I'm struggling a lot, because like, and I'm forcing myself really to like be sociable, because it's very easy for me to just like disappear from the world, and that's not what I want to do. So we need to keep up on this show. We need to keep up on our shows, and we need to just be more sociable and just playing, Jackbox here, there, or, we've been like, a lot of us have been playing Animal Crossing, that's something that we've all.
Now.
Yeah. So, that's something that we can do together. So it's good. It feels good, and I'm glad that we're able to do it. So.
Absolutely. And for those of you watching the stream or watching later on YouTube, the Discord link is up on the screen, and I'll put it in the show notes as well. So hop onto the Talk and Roll Discord, check out what's going on there. There's a lot of people in that group, just kind of, building a little a community, which is awesome. And between Talk and Roll and Rabbit Hole Radio Theater, like we're kind of building up the fiction part of the stories that we're telling, which is, I don't know about you, Charles, but that's really exciting for me.
I love doing that kind of stuff. Well, and I mean, like, we've got some other stuff coming down the road that's a little bit more fiction too. We don't want to talk about just yet, but
mystery.
But fun mystery things coming down the pike, which is exciting. But I don't know, guys. It's a little after 10. Are we ready to bring this puppy home?
Yeah.
I'm so hot. I'm trying not to say anything, but it's so hot in this apartment, and I feel like I'm dying. I gotta go. Okay,
no dying. You have been listening to and or watching NoCo Live, NoCo FM's weekly I swear to God, weekly live broadcast here from the NoCo FM studios in Fort Collins, Colorado, as well as other places while we're in quarantine. You can follow us at NoCo FM on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We are everywhere. We're not on TikTok yet. We need to do that. But KevCat and Charles are on TikTok, and you should follow them. We have lots of shows. I've talked about it a lot before, and chances are if you're still watching, you already know all that. So check out what we're doing at NoCo.fm. Our newest show, Portals, is streaming now. The entire season of Portals is streaming now at rabbitholeradio.org. So check that out and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, because we have 3 more seasons of original radio drama coming to that very, very soon. We have an app. It's free. Just search NoCo FM in your app store or your iTunes store or your Android store. All of your stores, search for us and you'll find us there. KevCat, what's your show?
My show is NoCo Gadio, NoCo Gadio. Now, if you don't know how to spell Gadio, you're not cool enough to listen to it. I only play LGBTQIA plus artists. Sometimes I have interviews. I most recently had an interview with Kill Sky. Then I'm hoping to get Adrian back on the show soon. And maybe my dog ate Chad and a couple of other prospects. So yeah, if you know any cool queer artists, send them my way. I'll play them on the show, and it's pretty great.
Absolutely. NoCo Gadio Fridays, 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern on NoCo FM, streaming at NoCo.fm, the NoCo FM mobile app, or if you have one of those fancy Alexa or Google Home things that listen to your every word all the time, just tell it to listen to NoCo FM, and it will start playing our stream. We are streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Some of the best independent and hot new music that's out there in the world today, as well as all of our original shows. Another of which is Talk and Roll. Charles, where's that? When's that?
It comes out every other Saturday on NoCo FM at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We do play Dungeons and Dragons. Kinda. We don't really play it. It's besides the point. But
you attempt to.
But we attempt. There's a. I think like 90. Like I the comments that I get most is like the thing that I enjoy about the show the most is how it devolves into madness, and Charles just tries to wrangle it all together, like all these like fucking ADD kids just like yelling at each other about stupid bullshit, and they're like, it's funny because Charles gets mad at everybody.
That's like, gonna be even better.
I'm glad that my
that's gonna be even better over Skype, I'm sure.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited to wrangle these cats.
Yes. Tis the herding cats.
How do you wrangle a cat?
Fangirl says, this has been a great show. Thanks for having me, guys. You all are amazing. So are you. And for those of you who are watching, so are you as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. 11 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Mountain on NoCo FM and Twitch and YouTube and all those places. Thanks again for listening. Thanks again for watching. We will see you next time.
Yes.